Nothing strikes fear into a man's heart more than the cumbersome but deadly, brutal but unreliable, terrifying and triumphant tank. A land ship of metal, a mechanism of war, a siege engine of death stalking the forests, hills, streets and fields. But beneath their terrifying exterior, their hulking, armor-clad, shell-filled, monstrous bodies lurks the real monster, the tanker. A metal-hearted, masochist machinist who's as modest as he is magical. I'm DRBC007 and I'm bringing you another Battlefield Bootcamp. The tank is an awesomely
I told you not to interrupt me while I'm recording! What do you mean? Well, yes, that'd be nice. Okay, yes. Coffee with milk, thank you.
The tank is an awesomely effective and important ally, a deadly and difficult enemy, and a single wagon of war can often turn the tide of any battle. However, the tank, in all its lumbering, brutal glory, is only a weapon just like any other. The real danger comes from the one wielding it, and with great power comes great responsibility. So I'm here to tell you just how to succeed. But if I'm honest, I don't think you're ready! Number 1. No wolf alone. The first point is about teamwork. The tank is powerful but reaches its godly best when fully stocked with a bloodthirsty crew and surrounded by fanatical soldiers. The land ship and heavy tank are so much more devastating when fully staffed, although it may be boring for a few of the occupants. Don't try to run a lone heavy tank, push too far away from the rest of your team and you will get cornered, quickly surrounded by the enemy, and soon you'll be crispier than a Chinese takeaway's 3-day-old Peking duck. With soldiers running around you that can help pick off pesky assaulters trying to derail your masterful destruction, provide a human shield for incoming fire, and your crew can assist you with kills too. Landship cannons, several tank variants also supply you with helpful team support, i.e. ammo and health crates. Stick together and ride that wave of obliterated enemies to victory. Number 2. Tank Goose. Often when gifted the rare opportunity to gain access to one of these iron beasts, many soldiers often think biggest is best. Heavy tank, no time to change the package, no time to consider the artillery truck. Light tank, hell, even the most iconic land ship. No, they race to the heavy tank, which is fine. It is my personal favourite, but you should always pick the tank for the right situation. If you have an enemy behemoth airship coming in, for the love of all things holy, choose the goddamned artillery truck with the AA cannon. If the enemy has 2 heavy tanks, don't just pick the first heavy tank, maybe the landship tank hunter or the light howitzer tank, as it kills other tanks. The howitzer cannon has 4 shells which seem to have a smaller area of effect blast for infantry, however this gun destroys other tanks. It does up to 40 damage a shot to landships and heavy tanks and up to a staggering 70 damage versus other light tanks. If you only have 1 tank on defense and you need reliable anti-tanks, pick this guy. Right tank for the right situation, but if you have to pick the heavy, make it the breakthrough variety. It's the cream of the crop. Number 3. Field gun no more. If the enemy team doesn't have any tanks, your first thought may be to turn your cannons, machine guns and tracks against the enemy soldiers, popping and squashing them like meaty-filled balloons. But you should attempt to destroy all field guns, machine gun turrets, AA guns, all of them. They may not seem like much of a threat, but believe me when I say they will bite you in the arse quicker than a coke-filled crack whore on the bender of her life, scouring the gutters of society for her next fix. Get rid of them while they aren't a problem, or you won't live long enough to regret it. Number 4. Don't despair, repair. As the tanker class, you have the game-changingly great ability to repair your vehicle from within its armor-clad hide, and what an ability this is. Other classes may be able to take a tank, but they shan't be able to repair it apart from a wrench-wielding support. So get used to fixing up your beauty and be smart when doing so. Know when to advance and know when to retreat, and remember your wrench. Often it is much better to hop out of your tank and fix her up from there. For one, it's much quicker, albeit with its own caveats. You're exposed, clearly the most pressing issue when under direct enemy fire, but also it leaves your tank open to being stolen by the enemy or a hapless ally who's as useless as a fork on Soup Saturday. Number 5. Till death do us part. This is important, so sit up and listen. If your tank is a goner, then accept your fate and charge into death's steely embrace. Do not exit your vehicle and run away. A smart adversary will stop shooting just before your vehicle was destroyed and hijack your still serviceable tank. Then the enemy's 2 tanks just became 3. You stupid pussy willow of a man. You must become one with your tank, and when you join that sacred order of man and machine, it is a blood bond till the death. You took that tank, now deal with it. And for a bonus star, vehicle, variant and visuals. Each tank has different variants and many people do not know this. When you choose to jump into a tank, you can then customize it the same way you do as with your soldier. You can choose the package support, mortar tank, tank hunter, etc, etc, etc. And then the visuals. Take a little time to get to know your lady and don't expect to be invited back for coffee if you didn't take the time to get to know her in the first place. And for a super sexy extra bonus star, because that's the kind of man I am, if you want to have a better chance of getting a tank at the beginning of the next map, as soon as the endgame screen appears with stats and highlights, continue, don't dawdle, start the next game and load in, and you will have a much better chance of being able to nab that tank straight away. So, if you think you're ready to enter the hot seat and charge at a mighty 5 kilometers an hour towards your enemies, or if you just love the sweaty musk that can only be forged in the fiery madness of an armoured war machine, the tanker class may just be right for you. However, with all this deathly destruction at your fingertips and armour thicker than the late great Pavarotti's waist, you have an even greater responsibility. You can change the course of battle in one deployment, so tread with care and know that although few will remember your name, countless more will recall the beast to which you rode upon. Now, because I'm a man of fine moral character and you come to me for knowledge, tips, and of course my expertise, I would appreciate if you could share this video with your fellow soldiers. A share to Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, it's new to me, would help me immensely. And of course, if you can comment and like this video, that would be great too. For more tips, tricks, profound nonsense, and all things Battlefield 1, stay tuned, and please do remember to like, share, and of course, subscribe. I'm DRBC007, signing off.